Today I have Alex from Terra Balcanica. You're new to the Investor News audience. Can you give us a quick overview, please?
Terra Balcanica is an explorer for gold, lead, zinc, and silver in Southeastern Europe, Balkans, specifically Serbia and Bosnia, and recently acquired 600 square kilometer of a uranium prospective portfolio on the outskirts of the Athabasca Basin in Canada.
And of course, you've had outstanding drilling results. I think we've got the keywords here: gold, silver, uranium. Is that correct?
That is correct. So we are a precious metal and base metal explorer in Southeastern Europe, as I mentioned, strategically positioned at the footsteps of European Union, a continent that's badly starved for resources. So therefore, strategic position of ours. And yes, so far, 3,500 meters of drilling in Bosnia have yielded some, spectacular high-grade silver results within one particular target called Chumavichi. We have defined 3 in the process of our targeting, and 2 have been drilled so far. We also have a property in Serbia, which is the next on our docket of things to do in terms of drilling.
And of course, you have the educational background and real experience to know what you're talking about. Would you like to talk a little more about these metallic veins that you were discussing in one of your most recent news releases in Bosnia?
Yes. So this is a shallow, emphasis on very shallow. I'm talking 0 to 50 meters depth, high grade, between 500 and 550 grams per ton silver equivalent. Epithermal veins in Bosnia that are of fairly simple geometry. They're dipped 45 degrees to the southwest, and they outcrop along 7.2 kilometer long corridor. So in other words, we have 7.2 kilometers to play with, and the potential is tremendous to keep on adding those ounces or millions of ounces and tons to an already defined geological model. Only 13 kilometers to the southeast, in the area called Brezheni, which is also within our Bosnian flagship project, we have detected, again, after 18 months of meticulous work and targeting, a porphyry target that is itself fairly complex in a good way, for it has gold on surface, about 80 meters, 89 meters of it, at 0.61 grams per ton gold. So massive footprint, 650 by 400 meters wide. And then underneath which we also have, to add to the complexity and the excitement, also another corridor of epithermal vein-hosted mineralization. In the neighboring Serbia, things that we hope to drill soon, superficial work has yielded 2 ounces of gold per ton in rock chip samples on surface. So I myself, back in September of 2020, would have collected a sample that's 2 ounces of gold per ton. This now just needs to be drilled, and we hope to do so within next month.
Would you mind stepping back as well and giving our investors and audience a little bit more information, perhaps some comfort about investing in a company that's exploring in Serbia and Bosnia, please?
Right, of course. I'm originally from that neck of the woods, so I'm very comfortable operating in the region. Obviously, we have built a tremendously strong license to operate that came as a product of hard work over the last 40 years. So both on the local municipal level and the governmental level, we are a known entity in Bosnia and Serbia, extremely good relationship with the government, the agency that issues exploration licenses. And locally, of course, we hire people, we support charity organizations, we donate walkie-talkies to local fire brigade, and all the things that a company should do to really establish its corporate footprint within a society like this. And I'm actually proud of the all work we've done. Both Bosnia and Serbia are but few places in Europe where you can actually still do mining. They are, however, on the other hand, also extremely well connected by rail, air, and road to Central Europe, to the industrial hubs such as Germany, Switzerland, and Austria. Belgrade is only 750 kilometers away by rail from BMW factory in Munich. Which means that if you search and seek critical resource materials such as lead, zinc, lithium, cobalt, it's very, very good place to be and to export those products to the European markets. Both Serbia and Bosnia have very low royalty, 5%. Corporate tax in Serbia is 10%. In Bosnia is 10%. In Serbia, 15%. And of course, they have this winning combination, I like to call it, of millennia of mining history, cheap labor force, clear permitting processes, and mining-friendly environment. So a good place to be.
But with such an exceptional, or what sounds like an exceptional high-grade silver and gold prospects, you're also in Saskatchewan. Would you like to talk to us about why you're in Saskatchewan? So let's start there. And are you planning on becoming an M&A play, or what is the actual business model?
Right. So that's a very good question, Tracy. And I think it kind of came in to us in a sort of an indirect way. Back in December and January of this year, a portfolio of the company called Fulcrum Metals PLC, United Kingdom-based explorer with a portfolio of uranium focused licenses on the outskirts of Athabasca Basin, came to my lap. I executed a technical overview. I really liked what I saw. And then we realized that this property might be up for optioning. So what we decided to do is not to miss an opportunity for what is certainly energy metal that is currently sought after in a very well-established world-class district such as Athabasca Basin. That is currently, from what I'm hearing, experiencing a true staking rush. And the size of the land package is tremendous, 600 square kilometers. Of course, after looking into the legacy data, it's ended up being, from a merit standpoint, from a geological standpoint, very interesting as well. And that was a decision. It was actually a fairly affordable, dare I say, cheap transaction at the front end. And in my mind, something that's accretive to the shareholders of Terra Balcanica. So yes, it does not prevent us from still focusing on Bosnia and Serbia, while simultaneously executing work on this side of the pond.
So what should shareholders anticipate in the upcoming quarter?
We have a fairly steady news release stream from the high-grade silver targets in Bosnia, to which we are going to add upcoming drilling results from Serbia, where we plan to execute between 1,200 and 1,500 meters of drilling in Serbia. So that together would account for a good 10 press releases at least over the course of next quarter. So quite an intense news release stream, while we prepare to execute field work in Saskatchewan. So over there, I anticipate to do some airborne geophysics, follow up with some groundwork, maybe a month and a half or so to define targets, and then hopefully start drilling early next year.
Well, Alex, we look forward to regular updates from you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Tracy. Look forward to talking to you soon.